On this episode of Yet Another Car Show, I'm visiting the Elliott Museum in Stuart, Florida, so I can check out their car collection. Okay, so I'm really excited to visit this museum. This is my first time, so I don't know what to expect. I did check out their website ahead of time, and according to their website, their collection includes a ton of Ford Model A's, one of my favorite cars ever, and also a Bugatti Type 35 Grand Prix car. But according to their website, it's a replica assembled with genuine Bugatti parts. So I guess we'll find out when we get inside. They throw the old stuff out at you first. There's a 1903 Stanley Steamer. This would be probably in Jay Leno's wheelhouse. He could tell you all about steam-powered cars. Not really my forte. Behind that, there's a 1914 Detroit Electric Model 489 Brougham. Early electric car, very neat stuff. Let's check out the interior of this. One of 4 in the world.
Front seat swivels and face the back seat. You got 2 sets of controls, a stick in the front, stick in the back. You got 2 sets of pedals, 2 pedals in the front, 2 pedals in the back. So you can drive the car from the front or the back.
That's very cool. Behind the Detroit Electric, there's a Cadillac. A little less luxurious than today's Cadillacs. Not as sophisticated, but still very neat. Great condition. Check out that chain drive and that big old flywheel underneath. Alright, now we can move into the main hall. First thing on the left is an American MR2. It's probably the cleanest Fiero I've ever seen. Here's a replica of the 1886 Benz patent motor wagon. Single cylinder, 2/3 of a horsepower. This one was actually built by Mercedes-Benz themselves in 2002. Very neat little car. 36 Austin Nippy Roadster. Love the blue color against that nice leather interior. 3,000 RPM redline, 4-speed manual gearbox. Really neat little car. It was the winner of the Cutest Car Award at the 2013 Vintage Weekend. That's kind of cool. Next door to that is the cleanest F-body I have ever seen in my life. There's the every Chevrolet ever gauge cluster. So there's that. Across the way is a 57 Chevy. It's in really good shape. Too bad it's sandwiched between these other vehicles. I'd love to get in there and look at that interior. It's a really nice combo. I prefer the 55s myself, but that's a really nice example. Next door to that is a 41 Lincoln Continental. And this one's got the flathead V12. Very cool little engines, and I love the combo of the green, the gold trim, and the nice brown on the dash. Wood? Is that wood? I don't know if that's painted metal or wood, but it's a nice brown color to match that green. I bet this is a fun car to go cruising in. Very comfortable ride. Over here on the other side of this car, there's some stuff they said I couldn't record, some original concept art, but I'll show you this 53 Cunningham Continental Cabriolet. Body by Vignale, and it's powered by a Chrysler Hemi, of all things. Very cool. There's like a silver sheen to, I'm guessing it looks like vinyl. I don't know if it's leather or not. It's a 80-foot long Buick, typical American car. And now we're getting into my pre-war Fords. 1931 fire truck, complete with replica dog. From Ohio. Over here, there's a 31, two 31s. One's a tanker truck and one's a tow truck. pure oil company. And this thing carried everything. It had kerosene, all kinds of different weights of oil. Very basic interior. I always thought that was funny about the Model A's. You only got like a fuel gauge and a battery gauge, and that was it. No tach, no speedometer. You can check out the towing mechanism on this truck. And in 1931, if you wanted to call Angus's Towing, all you needed to do was dial 273 on your phone. Very cool. Across the way, sandwiched between 29 Chevrolet and the giant Buick, is a Porsche 356. Now we're talking my language. I personally don't think this is a very good looking car in red. I always liked it in silver, but it's a really clean example. There's a boat over here. The cool thing about the Elliott Museum is it's not just about cars. They also have a maritime exhibit. They have a permanent exhibit on the history of surfing and history of the Treasure Coast as well. So that's kind of neat. Over here, there's a 31 Ford Model AA school bus. So we'll go inside and we'll check that out. Surprisingly, I can stand all the way up without having to stoop down. Now we can get a good look at those simple gauge clusters on these pre-war Fords. And so this is what it was like to go to school as a child in the 30s. It was open air, so I bet it wasn't as hot as a modern school bus. Even with the windows down, those things can get sweltering. So it's a very neat piece. Glad that there's something you can actually go inside in this museum. And another neat thing about this bus is they left one side of it unrestored, so you can see the condition in which they found it. And if you ask me, it aged pretty well. There's that 29 Chevrolet sedan. Another nice color combo. Can't really see in there. There's plenty of legroom. Bet for the time this is a very comfortable car. Here's a Chevrolet pickup truck Roadster, which is really neat. Powered by the Chevrolet Stove-Bolt 6-cylinder engine, producing a whopping 50 horsepower. Of course, that was a lot for the time, and these cars aren't that ridiculously heavy. Across from that, you have a 25 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. The pinnacle of motoring in 1925. 6-cylinder, 50 horsepower. Manual gearbox. Imagine a Rolls with a manual gearbox today. Notice all the gauges, all the readouts, all the adjustable stuff. It's a lot more sophisticated car than the Model A's over there. And fitted luggage. There we go. Here's my Grand Prix car. 1926 Type 35B. Beautifully crafted cars. $6,000 in 1926. That was a good chunk of change. Okay, it's a lot quieter in here now, so I can come over and show you the Wheels of Change exhibit. It's this neat system they have that's a lot like a parking garage in a major city, in that you drive your car onto a pad, a robot comes and whisks it away to store it, much like the cars here. In this case, they have a turntable system that every few minutes will rotate out a different vehicle for you to look at. This diaper truck's been going around for a few minutes, so let's wait around and see what the robot brings us next. So there you have it, 1931 Ford Model A mail truck. Pretty neat system, huh? And that's just one of over 50 cars that they have in this collection, and it's a 3-story parking area for these. And there's all kinds of stuff. There's some open-air cars, there's some stuff that's from the early 1900s, there's some Model Ts, a Hupmobile, there's, right here, I don't know if you can really see it, it's a UPS truck, so there's some pretty neat stuff to be had in here. Old T-Bird, C1 Corvette, all kinds of really neat stuff, and the majority of them are Model A's. There's some neat little electric job back there. I can't tell what that is. I remember seeing them before, but I don't know off the top of my head what it is. So, very cool. I could sit here all day watching the cars come and go, but I think I'd be sitting for quite a while. There you have it, my penny tour of the Elliott Museum. If you're still awake through all of my rambling, I appreciate you for hanging on. Really though, that was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed their car collection, and if you're ever in Stuart, Florida, be sure to pay the Elliott Museum a visit. There's a lot of neat stuff in there, and they're preserving history, so see it while you can. I guess that concludes this episode of Yet Another Car Show. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in a future episode. Thanks for watching. On my way out of the parking lot, I'd noticed that someone had parked this Dale Earnhardt Tribute Monte Carlo right in front of the museum like it's part of the collection, and I had to grab a clip because I've never seen one done up to this extent. It even has the window net, so any NASCAR fans out there should enjoy this. That's pretty neat. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.